Hey guys, it's Denise Berry. So we just wrapped up a free webinar, and if you guys were on it, it was really nice for you guys to hear some financial concepts about how to build and protect generational wealth and retirement. They seem like pretty dry concepts, but you guys, this is such potent stuff. Generational wealth. If you think that those things are just not for you, I mean, how could you not? I feel like the things we think of the most are money and family, right? And it's like put together, generational wealth, right? Anyway, so I wanted to get on and talk to you guys a little bit. I actually powered through the webinar today, even though I had surgery. I thought that I was gonna have to have my surgery tomorrow, but it turns out that it was today, and I just had to make it work and hop on. So I did want to talk about a few different things, and I talk a lot about the importance of finances and all this other stuff about how to do well in life. I wanted to specifically talk to the ladies in this video, and yeah, it's important for men to be here too, if you guys wanted to hear this message, but women and finance usually don't go in the same conversation. So literally just 2 days ago, I was having lunch with a good friend of mine, and she's a financial wealth planner for Wells Fargo. And she does really well for herself. She's super smart. She's a lawyer, and she handles a lot of high net worth clients. So anyway, her and I are chopping it up, and you could picture two women who work in finance talking about finance. And there was this guy who was sitting next to us, and he was so surprised that we were talking about finance. So he kind of chimed in, and he was just like, hey, sorry to interrupt, but I heard you guys were talking about finance. That's kind of like strange for this area, but I had to kind of stop and go, is it strange for this area? Or is it strange for you to be hearing two women talk about money? I think it's the latter. And if I was to be really, really honest with myself and with all of you guys, if we were to be honest with ourselves, we usually don't equate money knowledge to women. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it goes back to some, back in the olden days where women were good with children and softer things. But if we were to really think about it, a lot of women run households. They're the ones that create the budgets. They're the ones that go grocery shopping. They get all the things. And I mean, obviously times have changed since, women can vote and have all these awesome rights. So they also usually work and help take care of kids. They're like the super women of all time. So I specifically want to talk to women about the power of learning about finance. So it's okay, I believe it's okay to be the woman in a relationship that does provide for their children, and the man, brings in the financial, all of the necessities when it comes to finances. That's totally fine. But I do feel like it's important to just know about finances in general. I think it is very, very important to know how to budget, to know how to allocate other money to certain things, what safe accounts are, maybe even to have your own bank account if anything was to happen, about life insurance. Women, no matter how wonderful our relationships are, I really think it's important to also understand and educate ourselves on financial concepts. There's so many times in my life where I feel like I have been underestimated. Like people will actually say to me, I didn't know you knew about that. And it wasn't because of my height or anything. It was literally just because of my gender and the fact that I guess I look young. But isn't that sad? That someone half expected us to not do well or to not know just because of our gender? That's super harsh. So, I think it's important, if you're running a household or not, just like I talk about in all my videos, to have a budget. Part of that budget will be for your kids' plans to go to college or to buy a house one day, and and to get life insurance for them, just in case if anything happens. And also, it's not just about having an account just, for them to have life insurance, but actually to have money grow inside of there for educational purposes or having a house one day. You guys have to realize these accounts have high interest rates and they could be growing for your children in the future. So it's not just planning for you, but maybe planning for your whole family and creating these kinds of things and setting it up. It's important to have emergency savings. If your guy is not the saver, maybe you are. Maybe you're the one that's going to be allocating that into savings and into the emergency fund or to the vacation fund. So it's important for you guys to understand these concepts and not fully rely on somebody else, because I feel like this knowledge, if you know it, will definitely boost both of you guys in the relationship. You guys will have a better understanding, and for two people to understand something is super powerful, right? And you guys can talk about it. I feel like women and men, we have all of the same capabilities, right? Yeah, sure, genetically we're different in certain ways, but we both have the capability to learn and care and plan. So with that in mind, we can do anything. You guys can do anything. You're amazing. So dig deep into certain videos and learning about financial planning, asking me questions. I want to actually be answering your questions, you guys. And not every day is going to be a random video like this. It's going to be financial concepts, motivational concepts, working on who you are concepts. I'm just here for the betterment of your life. So please ask me questions so that I can help you to grow and understand finances better. I love you guys. I believe in you. Have a wonderful evening.